You can do this. I gotta go fast.
Hey there, Sonic fans! Welcome to yet another video about everybody's favorite blue alien, Sonic the Hedgehog. And that is right, he's an alien. So don't you forget that. Remember, Sonic had to race across space in this universe using magic rings that could open instant portals, which was pretty cool, but also very convenient, wouldn't you say? Anyways, we know you are just as excited as we are to get that Sonic trilogy, so today we are going to highlight every detail in Sonic 2, which is actually a hidden clue for Sonic 3. Ready or not, let's get started.
Yes. You have our number.
Sorry, can't hear you. You're traveling through a cross-dimensional portal.
The PACT. Remember how Longclaw makes an appearance in her hologram form to give Sonic a final message? In that scene, she explains that the emerald was her sacred duty, and now that she is passing it to him, he has to protect it at all costs. As the movie progresses, we all see how the little blue alien has to grow up just so he can take care of the emerald. This is a pointer that he would do a better job of it in Sonic 3. We mean, it can't get any worse than forgetting the magical stone on his way to get some ice cream, like we saw in Sonic 2. Tails and Knuckles narrate the story of two tribes and two orders of heroes who protect the galaxy from those who would use the emerald for evil. But these heroes have all passed on to the great battleground in the sky, so Sonic is inspired by Longclaws and proposes the creation of a new order. Naturally, the three of them make a vow to use their powers to keep the universe safe and to watch out for each other. This scene that births this new tribe is a very moving moment, and it kind of sets things in motion for the next movie, or at the very least, will serve as a good excuse for them to actually take care of the emerald.
Sounds like the owls and echidnas have been fighting each other for centuries.
Like Vin Diesel and The Rock.
Knuckles' father. Ever heard about narrative clues in movies? There's a big one in the scene where Knuckles monologue about his father. While retelling the story of the Emerald War, he shares a memory about his father. In this scene, his father stops him from joining the fight and tells him that his time to honor the tribe would come. That was the last Knuckles saw of his father, and for those still in doubt, that is how you insert the perfect narrative clue. Yes, we've been told that Knuckles is the last of the echidnas, but those could very well be empty words. It is possible that something will develop in Sonic 3 that will make his father return. Who knows, he may have some connection with the mysterious soldiers from the beginning.
If you're ever discovered, use one. Never stop running.
The Owl Tribe.
Please, 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 please. Yes, Keanu!
We will just say this right away. We don't believe that Longclaw is the last of her kind. We could be wrong, but that just goes to show that we need more information regarding Longclaw and the Owl Tribe. We will explain why. After Knuckles narrate the events surrounding the creation of the Emerald, as well as Longclaw's story and her connection to Sonic, we find it a little sketchy. If the story is accurate, then it means that the owls stole the Emerald and then traveled across space to build this series of awesome temples and hideouts on planet Earth. So that makes us wonder if they really are extinct or just somewhere else, building more things on other planets or just biding their time waiting for the perfect time to return to Earth. We think these clues point to a possible appearance of the Babylonian clan that is linked to Longclaw in Sonic 3. It would be cool to see, right?
I think you should too. But this is my last night on Earth. I want to soak up every last second.
Robotnik.
It's good to be back in blue. The Golden God thing was fun, but blue has always been more my color.
You might think you saw Robotnik die when the Supersonic defeated the giant robot, except that you actually didn't. If we have learned something from the movies, it's that when you don't explicitly see a character die, then that character is probably not dead and is probably being saved for future projects. Take a closer look at this scene. Robotnik doesn't even look worried in the face of death. Even his last words sound more like a mockery rather than a goodbye, or some words of regret. Instead of a final monologue, all we get is a clownish catch you later. While this seems to make fun of Sonic, we also take it as a promise of Robotnik's return. Another clue that hints at this is the bit in the post-credits scene where we see Agent Stone infiltrating the gun so that he can be part of the Aftermath search party. This is something he would do to help his master, which is a good reason to believe that Robotnik may return. Well, that's assuming Paramount can convince Jim Carrey, the actor who plays Robotnik, to return despite his recent retirement from acting.
Coordinates, sir.
Coordinates? To what?
A secret research facility.
Project Shadow.
To use our powers to keep the universe safe. To watch out for each other.
In the post-credits scene, the movie drops the name Project Shadow on us. Basically, this is a top-secret project run by the United Federation as part of a medical research team that aims to achieve immortality or find an effective treatment for some incurable diseases. This project was led by Professor Gerald Robotnik, and it resulted in the engineering of two immortal creatures, the prototype of the Bio-Lizard and the perfected final product, which is Shadow the Hedgehog. Eventually, this project causes the deaths of both Professor Robotnik and his daughter Maria. We all thought that the project was shut down by the military because it was considered too dangerous. But at the end of Sonic 2, we realized that someone actually kept the project alive. In Sonic 3, we might see how this happened. Maybe some random person thirsty for power, or maybe Eggman himself discovered his grandfather's father's project and attempted to continue his legacy. Of course, that is if Jim Carrey decides to return to the franchise for a final movie.
What do you say we just let bygones be bygones? I did some things, you did some things. There are good people on both sides.
The Mysterious Soldiers.
If my calculations are correct, and there's no reason to say if, because they always are.
Yes, the Mysterious Soldiers seems to be something that even the movie producers seem to have forgotten about. You do remember the Mysterious Soldiers who come through the portal with Knuckles, right? If you do, then welcome to the party. At some point, we thought we just imagined things because after the soldiers were introduced at the very beginning of the film, we definitely never saw them again. It all started when Robotnik got tired of his horrible experiments with mushroom coffee on the Mushroom Planet. We see him light an interstellar beacon that ends up attracting Knuckles. It is still unclear where Knuckles comes from, but what is even more unclear is who the heck are the 3 soldiers that came along with him. Like you already know, they were never mentioned after that scene. Obviously, Knuckles is not one to talk about his previous allegiances or anything in general, aside from the Emerald, of course. So, who are these guys? Maybe some members of another race or possibly longtime allies from across the universe. Their presence did not really make any sense in the grand scheme of things for Sonic 2, so we can only imagine that they might make a comeback in Sonic 3 and that maybe we would get our answers then. At the moment, the franchise has a great opportunity for expansion, so this would be a good way to start.
Okay, everything is fine. You played some baseball, got a little upset, lightning shot out of your butt, and now they're coming for you.
Black Arms Invasion.
One!
Wait! Don't hurt him!
You have to agree with us that this is the biggest clue for a sequel and also the most exciting piece of footage we have ever seen in all of the Sonic movies. For the first time, we got to see Shadow. However, this is kind of a big deal. The coming of Shadow of the Hedgehog could lead to the event known as the Black Arms Invasion. In the video games, Project Shadow was conducted over 50 years before the events of the invasion of Earth by an alien race called the Black Arms. Also, in the post-credit scene of Sonic 2, the people from Gun mentioned the existence of a file very deep in their system, which dates back over 50 years. Do you see the connection? One more piece in the puzzle is the Black Arms story of the infamous Black Comet that gets close to Earth every 50 years. You see, the timeline definitely checks out. If this was started 50 years ago, then maybe the Black Comet was here already, and that's when Professor Robotnik obtained a blood sample from the alien called Black Doom, which he used to create Shadow in the first place. We would love to see how dark and complicated things will get if the filmmakers do decide to adapt this storyline.
Blackout! Oh, sorry, buddy. Everything's okay.
Which of these would you love to see most? Project Knuckles or the Black Arms Invasion? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video about hidden clues about Sonic 3 and Sonic 2, check out the video on the screen now or the one we posted below, because we're sure you will like that one too.
We both lost everything that day.
Goodbye, Sonic.
No!